Oh, here we go.
Okay. Oh, word. All right. Here I am.
As you see, y'all, here's our third participant, our second queen of the evening. And
Let me get my damn phone to cooperate. All right. Boom. Here we are.
yeah, and if you
Ah,
I don't know if y'all have a participate button or something at the bottom. You can click on it and change your name on there if you want. If you want to put your Instagram.
oh, word. Okay. Cool.
Mhm. All right. So I hope y'all don't mind. This is a smoking show.
No, I'm smoking right now.
I'm jealous because I ain't got shit. So, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna be a hater.
I could my guy after the show, my guy.
That sounds like a plan. Look, I went and got cute. I put some makeup on and put on some outfits and everything.
I trimmed here for y'all. So I knew I was gonna have some beautiful black queens. I can't look squarefy on here, you know.
Yeah,
You know,
anybody got time to be cute?
right? I'm trying to look like Oreos and that.
I didn't know if this shit was gonna be like how public it was gonna be. You lucky I put on fucking clothes. Okay, I was playing fucking video games in bras and panties. I don't. So I got dressed for this.
Hey, look.
So
I'm dick out on 2K.
You're a t-shirt away from a what's that girl's name? The one who did the Freak Like Me song. You were a t-shirt away from being in her song.
Oh,
Adina Howard. Adina Howard. She was a t-shirt and panties. That's all you needed, girl. Was a t-shirt. You would have been straight. You could have been in
my makeup. Shit, I barely made clothes in this damn.
Right. I still smoke to that song. I need an Adina Howard in my life. Every song she made was nasty.
No, she was just a nasty girl. She was nasty. And she's still nasty. She's still nasty. I seen her recently. And she's still nasty. She looked good though. Yeah. She looked real good.
I mean, black don't crack.
I'm sure she should still be nasty. I hope it's not a phase. I mean,
it wasn't a phase. Well, no, I mean, I went through a nasty phase. I was young. I was dumb. I was stupid. I did a whole bunch of nasty stuff. I don't do that no more now.
I got a torn
at the time.
I got fractured.
Nasty. You just start doing other things.
Yeah, you really did.
Let you get some time under the belt. You might go back up again. I don't know.
I got a torn.
I'm doing stuff. Come here.
Fractures and old age.
Oh, come on.
Time to be nasty. It hurt a little. Nastiness don't you're not as agile as you used to be at 33.
Yeah. Tricks are no longer part of the repertoire.
Yeah. You can't be nasty once your knees start popping. That shit.
Or cracking or locking. Try that. Yeah, girl. When it starts cracking and locking and you got two good positions, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
I make sure I get that shit in time while I'm saying something sexy. Ooh, daddy.
Right? This one girl used to call me a yoga instructor Digi. And now we doing Pilates.
That's nothing but slow yoga.
Right?
That's all it is. It's painful.
Well, I don't know what Pilates is the same way I don't know what gluten is. Somebody needs to really explain what Pilates is, because it just looks like exercise.
It's assisted.
It's painful as fuck. That's all I know.
It is. Dexterity, trying to go past your limit. Yoga, you stay at your limit for the moment, and then you go past it.
Mm-hmm.
Pilates, you have to just go past it. Like you got a machine.
Oh, that's like that P90X shit where they just be good.
Oh, no. High intensity interval training was fun. I lost a lot of weight back then. Before then, you know.
But it wears out your body, though. Man, you pay for it later on.
My nose is bleeding.
It tires you out so you won't eat. That's how you lose the weight. Your body hurts so bad. Like, I don't feel like snacking.
I started deteriorating the veins in my nose. My nose is bleeding every day.
Damn.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I was on hydroxycut too, though.
But
okay.
if you're working gives you all the side effects of cocaine without the euphoria, and I don't want to do that shit.
Oh, right.
What do you mean? You got nosebleeds.
Right.
The
I
hell?
know it did sound like that, didn't it?
Had to turn that fan off.
No, no.
This is
Yeah,
like
go sit with Havana. Havana, go play with Snooty. The dogs are spoiled. She won't never let me do anything by myself.
So, I got a question. I'm gonna start with Yvonne.
Uh-oh.
What got you into comedy?
That's a good question. No, that's a good question. I started doing comedy 6.5 years ago. It'll be 7 years this August. And I've always been a real goofy girl, like real goofy. And people used to be like, girl, you crazy. Something wrong with you. Oh, I can't believe you said that for years. And I don't know, you don't know my age, but I'm in my 50s. So it took me a long time. Yeah, it took me a long time to accept that I was actually funny. And it took one of my friends, she's a comedian now. Her name is Mia Jackson. You may know her. I don't know if you know her. But she's blowing up right now. And we used to work together. And I used to tell her stories, and she would crack up laughing. She's like, girl, that's crazy. She's like, have you ever thought about doing stand-up? And I was like, you're the third person to tell me that in a series of months. Because I had 2 other comedians tell me that as well. And she was the one who pushed me into it. She was like, here, read this book. I read the book. Here, write this stuff. I started writing. And then she was like, here, get your ass up on stage. So
Get on
that's how I have it. And then I did it. And I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been wanting to do. This is what I've been wanting to do. And I didn't know it. I mean, because I've done everything. I've been a bootleg model. I modeled in church basements and malls across the country.
No, because I was gonna
that cracks me up. I'm sorry,
you said you said you was in your 50s. I was like, I didn't know that. I thought you was young enough to shoot my shot. But nah. Sorry, sir. How about you, Miss Code?
Really, I've been doing stand-up for about 2 years now, locally in Atlanta. But I wanted to do comedy because I just got tired of people telling me I was fucking funny while I'm trying to have serious conversations. I figured it was time for me to just go ahead and see if I could make some people laugh and get some shit off my chest. You know, because comedy for me is like real therapy, like on the job healing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so like telling my own shit, it helps me heal, and then it helps me wrap it in a funny fucking package for somebody else so they can take that medicine. But at the end of the day, a motherfucker not trying to be goddamn deep. I'm just trying to goddamn be funny. And I'm really just trying to be myself. But honestly, I just was tired of people telling me I was fucking funny while I'm trying to be serious. I'm telling you, my fucking mom died. And you're like, what? I'm like,
right.
She died. She didn't have any legs. Like, you're hilarious. I'm like,
but no, that's I have a lot of people who don't know. I got a twin brother, and
okay.
People tell us our whole life, y'all should be on TV, y'all should get a show, y'all should record this. Like even in college at Tuskegee,
yeah.
We're like at first, you know, you figure it's just like Gemini deflection. They make everything a joke. But no, we were fat kids. We had to stand. We had to get in.
You had no choice. You weren't going to survive.
No, we were like the only fat twins to ever exist in our small town. People remember us. Like I started off as an actor on stage, and then we did Man vs. Food. Everybody from our hometown was like, "We knew y'all would get famous from eating."
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah, you know, that's what's up.
But all right, so
hold on, what episode of Man vs. Food were you on? Because now I'm gonna go back and watch that shit.
Oh, if you go look up Man vs. Food Nation, look for this episode. Yeah.
What episode?
Savannah.
Okay. I'll have to check that out. I may have to go check that out.
It's on travelchannel.com.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I started off as a serious actor, and I started comedy writing, like doing scripts and stuff. But back to about y'all. These people know me. I'm a pothead, and I take a lot of naps. But I'm gonna start with Code on this one. What did you do before comedy? What was your career?
Before comedy, I was a music producer in a Black Panther. So it was kind of like a drastic transition. Everybody knows me for being a Black Panther. You know, and so I had to have that awkward conversation with people, but I let them know, like, hey, I'm finna do an open mic. And they're like, you finna boycott it? I'm like, no. I'm finna do it. I'm finna do that motherfucker, you know? And so, yeah, that's what I did before comedy. I was a national leader of the Black Panther Party, and I was a youth leader and a military leader. So, you know.
Nice. How about you, Yvonne?
Well, I'm still employed. So, I mean, you know, because comedy's not paying the bills right now. But just keeping it real. So, I mean, I've done a little bit of everything. Like I said, when I ended up being a model, I used to be a model. I have used to be a recording artist. Well, I tried to be a recording artist. And I've done every customer service job you could ever think of. I've cleaned toilets. I've pretty much done everything but be a stripper or a prostitute. So, I mean, I mean, it's kind of really hard to gauge it. You know, I've done a lot of things. Right now, I'm a loan originator. So, I mean, it pays the bills. Yeah.
Yeah, my twin did that for a while. Yeah, I know how it is to have a lot of jobs. But I, for one, have sold dick. Anyway. Hey, bro, me and my homeboy Blake, and we were the Tuskegee. He's an R&B singer up here now. And we was in there, summer school, girls texting us, come over. And we were like, bro, I'm tired of giving out this free dick, man. Like, and then they'll be having no food in their house. You go over there, you put in work, and you hungry as fuck. And then you got to just leave. Go get something to eat. You go get something to eat, might go home. So we started doing like,
food with you.
We started Dick Incorporated, $5. Because $5 was a Big Mac meal back then in Tuskegee. $5 I could go get me a Big Mac. So
and girls was paying y'all for some dick. Girls was paying y'all for some dick for real.
Oh, we started getting so much less ass.
I bet. I was like, for real, I was like, they gonna pay y'all $5
went down.
That's surprised.
Hilarious.
Because that's not. I don't know if they would have thought they were getting quality dick. You know what I'm saying? There may be a question of the quality of the dick for $5. You know what I'm saying?
They're like, it's good, but you know I ain't got $5. I'm like, yeah, no. But it's gas money.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, Tuskegee's in the country. Ain't no jobs.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, Yvonne, inspirations, like, who did you look up to, and who do you watch now as far as comedians?
Well, it's a good question. So when I was growing up, I loved, and this is gonna sound bad because he's in jail now, Bill Cosby was my man. I used to love, because that's all I could listen to. My mama wouldn't let me listen to nobody else because she wouldn't let me listen to Richard Pryor. And by the time Eddie Murphy came out, I was in high school, so I could listen to him on my headphones on my Walkman. So Eddie Murphy was another person that I really, really just loved. And I've always had a love for comedy. A serious love. Like, went to see a lot of people in concert do stand-up. I've seen Jamie Foxx back in the day. I saw Leslie Jones back in the day, D.L. Hughley, Bernie Mac. I could go on. So there's a lot of people that have influenced me. A lot of people say that I sound a little bit like a female version of Bernie Mac sometimes when I'm telling my stories. So I think he's definitely an influence to me. And now I love people like Patrice O'Neal. Oh my God, that man was a freaking brilliant genius. He was a genius. He was a genius.
Subject,
he was so good with his
delivery, everything.
And he was able to read people with it being funny and a little insulting at the same time. And you really, and either you can get in your feelings or you can't. And he really didn't give a care. And that's what I liked about him.
Yeah.
But I didn't like him when I first heard him. I didn't like him back in the day.
I
love him now. So he's like one of my favorites
I'm usually partial to fat comedians. Yeah. And I'm partial to fat comedians. Yeah. Monique used to be my girl. Yeah.
I love Monique.
I'm a big guy, but like when I was young, I like big girls.
Yeah. I'll tell you who else I like, and that's Wanda Sykes. I love Wanda. Wanda's smart. Her stuff is good too. She's a great writer.
Yeah, she's a great writer.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a really good writer, and so I got some really good stuff from her as well.
People really don't give her credit for her voiceover work.
Yeah, because she has a very unique voice. Her voice is distinctive.
Yeah, like, you hear her in the cartoon, you're like, oh, that's Wanda Sykes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Cole? What about your inspirations? And feel free to throw Huey in.
Watching like Red Fox. I love Lunel. Richard Pryor, of course, Bernie. But my all-time favorite is Dave Chappelle. Like, he's my all-time favorite for my generation. Yeah. And like right now, my favorite comedian right now is Tony Baker. I think he's the king of voiceover.
Oh, I love Tony.
Watch an animal video without hearing his voice, and then I'm waiting and praying for him to come and do it. You know, like, I think he's really created a niche for voiceovers and a personality. So now people, when my dog does something, I'm getting skibbity pat by my dog. You know what I'm saying? You created that. You heard it from me first. Tony Baker created skip paps.
That's true. That's right.
The animal do that and cram. You know, every time I see but anything, that's a goddamn cram. And, and things like that are comedic genius. You know, comedic genius.
What in the holy hemoglobin? Hemoglobin.
You know, his brother's name just might be Jay Hemoglobin.
My favorite is always the Kirkpatricks.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, because like for me right now, like in the past, I'm new to comedy. I've probably done stand up twice right now. I'm more of a writer. Like, I support my friends. Like, one of my college friends and close friends is Anthony Driver, and
I know Anthony.
Yeah, my twin lived with him in college.
Okay.
So, like, for me, like growing up, like, you know, I'm from the ghetto, so comedy is what got us through the ghetto. Exactly. Like, watching people make fun of the shit that we cry about sometimes.
Yeah.
And so, like, Def Comedy Jam, everybody you name.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, especially, like, Red Fox in concert, when he said, the bitch wanted rough sex, so I hit her over the head with a brick. That was genius. Like, but right now.
That's funny.
When you bring up
Red Fox is funny.
Oh yeah, Red Fox is amazing.
But you got to wash your ass.
Yes. When you bring up Tony Baker, like all deaf comedians from All Deaf Digital, and when Tony Baker was with them, like he even stood out when he's with them. Like, not on Roast Me as much, because you know Tony Baker's not a roaster, but just being funny. Like, Kev on stage is amazing. Like, Kev on stage is great. I love watching Kev on stage.
Kev on stage is hilarious. He is hilarious. He's just silly. And I love that about him. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that.
There are some comedians that have that, and I recognize that. Like, I don't have that. I can't do videos. Like, I can just be funny.
Working on a YouTube channel about a year and a half ago, and I probably got about 5 videos up, and 3 of them were videos that I made like for YouTube.
Yeah.
And when I tell you the amount of work it takes to make those damn things, especially when you got a bootleg ass computer that don't have no real RAM to it, and you trying to edit a video and it don't wanna cooperate with you, and you sitting and trying
That's
to
my life right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing like
that's
5,
the worst.
6
It got me out of it. That's the only reason why I stopped doing it, because I was like, this is just too much damn work. If I had an easier system to do it, I'd probably keep doing it. Now TikTok is something I just got into. I just got into TikTok.
I'm not a TikTok. I can't. Listen.
I can't. I'm not from that generation.
Well, I ain't dancing. You know what I did? I posted a YouTube video up there. That's what I posted a YouTube video.
I'm doing 6 podcasts right now and editing them and uploading them myself. And I don't know if y'all know Sky High from
from
MJKiss. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
My brother. That's family. So I went over his house the other day. Don't tell anybody, because I'm preaching don't leave the house. But I went over his house the other day to do one of my podcasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been uploading this video for 2 days on YouTube. It's still on 18%.
Sound like you downloaded a PlayStation game.
Oh no, my
all
PlayStation game. I just downloaded 10 games yesterday. No.
Now, if you gotta have like a game playing level computer. If your computer is not rigged for like online game playing, you can't do shit. You really can't. You can't do nothing.
The worst part of it is that I'm doing it on my 11 Pro.
Woo!
This should be flying. It should be flying. This is a brand new phone.
You maxed out. Like, tap out.
Like, I have to wait. Like, I be trying to drop videos on Friday, and then I be like, it's up Sunday. Like, and like,
so you should change your due date. So you should tell them, say, hey, every Sunday, new videos posted. Post it on Friday, and then you know it's going to be there on Sunday. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Modern problems need modern solutions.
I hit that coming soon.
Hit them with the wheel. Hit them with the spinning wheel.
Because this is it's a lot of work trying to at least pay attention to it. I got like some unedited videos, random stuff. I'm doing an animated podcast because I say some stuff and I don't want people to know it was me saying it.
That makes sense.
That
makes sense.
Because it's not real. These aren't my real feelings. Me and my friend are getting completely blasted high as fuck and just saying the most extreme stuff. Like, I was like, if me and my girl get into it, because when your girl make you mad, she make you mad in ways niggas can't. And I'm talking about way deeper. And if a nigga did that shit, you shoot the one with him. You be like, hey, bro, meet me outside right now.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is get a family plan at a mixed martial arts gym. And every time she do some wild shit, I'm going to text her like, hey, baby, let me in the ring.
The fair one.
I need my one. You owe me a fade.
That's funny. That's funny. I like that. I like that.
She has to get her weight up.
Oh, yeah. Look, by the 10th time, either she going to stop pissing me off or she going to be knocking me out. Either way, we getting ready. We get ready for the apocalypse, baby. I'm going to get you straight.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. But, which, I know with this coronavirus going on and everything being shut down, slowed down the comedy a lot.
Yeah.
You know, got us doing stuff like this because naturally I got a set in mind and a sound stage so we can actually do the podcast together.
Right. Okay.
And stream it live on YouTube is the plan when this is over. But as of right now, Yvonne, what's your comedic future looking like? What you got coming up?
So I have an opportunity to do hosting coming up for an open mic, but we haven't solidified a date yet because he's still working out the details on when we're going to be able to do this with the whole corona thing. We don't know when if only 10 people can be there, it might not be beneficial to have it. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to figure out how we're going to do this, but there is going to be an open mic for comic and musicians, and I'll be hosting it. So I don't know when that's it's in the works though.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I've got in the works right now. Outside of me getting ready to, I'm gonna start stretching and getting ready for TikTok because I'm getting ready to put something out there on TikTok. I'm gonna get ready. I'm gonna learn one of these damn dances. I'm gonna learn. Think one of these dances. I'm gonna learn it.
Do it for all of us. Okay.
I'm gonna ask you the same question, but I'm gonna interject with the down. No TikTok. Not because it's lame, only because I don't know if you've seen, this is actual factual. It is owned by the Chinese government.
Yep.
And it does record your keystrokes. So after you download TikTok, don't type your credit card numbers into anything.
Okay.
Because it can record that. It records any information you type in with your keystrokes.
I did not know that.
So yeah, government.
Now you're gonna make me take it down. Now you're gonna make me take it down. You're gonna make me take it down.
Like,
I'm a conspiracist.
They're not
I'm a conspiracist. I don't play that shit.
Work for the government. Like, you're not allowed to have it on your phone. Your kids can't have it. Your relatives, anybody close to you can't have it.
Where is this?
In the American government.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you go on my page, I actually have the video from, like, I think it was ABC News of them having a press about it. Yeah, it's
okay. That's interesting. Thank you for telling me that, because I will get that shit off my phone with a quickness. I ain't got no problem with it.
No, if you do it, delete it off your phone and then put it back on when you're ready to post again and delete it off your phone.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, like, you know, it's ways around that shit, but it does. When you click I agree in the beginning, you agree to them recording your keystrokes.
I didn't realize that.
Woo! And I ain't get this
scary. They're scary, man.
Like government officials. This isn't from like a conspiracist meme.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm following you. Yo.
I was a political science major, so I kind of still watch the news.
Okay.
Even though I know most of that shit is bullshit.
It is. I was a communications major in college. It is bullshit. All of it's bullshit.
Japanese news is fluff as hell. Like, it's just nice shit. It's happy. Like, people go play with bunnies. The news used to be like that in the 70s. Like, I don't know if you saw the beginning of Tiger King.
Yeah.
But
I don't need to watch.
This is beauty.
Best stuff. I love watching.
Look, I was the same way, but this is beauty. It's a guy on there.
Everybody keeps saying that to me. I'm trying to refuse to watch it.
I was the same way. I'm that guy.
You ain't never seen no white trash like this trash. I'm telling you.
Oh, for real? I grew up in Kentucky, so I don't know, man. There's some trashy ass white people.
You're talking about a tiger owning, gun toting, country singing, gay guy, homosexual, married to straight guys.
That shit funny. I'm talking about right better.
I know. You know, I might watch the first episode. Yes. We'll see.
Because
I ain't doing nothing else tonight.
The first episode, the guy Rinky, he was a news anchor who got famous for doing fluff material. Like, he's the guy who will go test out flame retardant suits on the news.
Yeah.
So America used to have news like that.
Yeah, they did.
Back in the Evil Knievel days.
Yes.
I was a baby, but yeah. No.
But what you got coming up, Code?
Shit. I mean, hopefully when everything opens up in a helpful, reasonable manner, you know, I have an open mic starting up on Edgewood at our bar TL.
Ooh.
You know, so we have
Shout out bar.
Huh?
Shout out our bar.
Yeah, our bar on Edgewood.
Yeah.
I'll have a comedy night there, open mic, 2 book slots, and the rest is go up, show up. I mean, show up, go up. And really just working on my craft, because right now I have a dual reality. I'm in acting classes and I'm still working on my stand-up. So I'm just really just trying to manifest and see which way I can be the better me. But I know that I cannot stop doing open mics, because that's, as a comic, that's where we get our practice in, and that's where we get our fucking real breath. You know, that's where we find out.
That's where we get our voice. That's where you get your voice, babe.
Like,
that's where you get your voice.
At first, I didn't even think I could do comedy until I did an open mic. And the way I felt up there, I felt at home again, like how I used to feel when I used to give speeches to people, you know. And I'm not a talker like that. I really don't even like fucking people. But I like telling stories and I like telling jokes. So that's what ideally I have coming up, hopefully by all wills, that I'll be able to continue what I do best. But I'm just waiting to see what the new normal is going to be, and I'm making sure that I'm prepared for that. I'm not going to be sitting around doing nothing, waiting to see what the world goes back to. What people call quarantine, I was already doing. I never left the motherfucking house. Y'all never saw me.
Unless I had to go to work. Like, that's why, look, I'm going to be honest with you. Sean, Fez, Mo, all the bonfire people, that's my family. Apple Bar is my family.
Yeah.
Have you seen me in there? Because I was already quarantined before. I was quarantined, and I love Sean. I thank you for every invite. Westwood is in there more than me.
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go back out. Don't get me wrong. Like I kind of gonna get back to rapping a little, but I want to do more stand up, definitely. And I'm trying to get together a web series because, like, you know, like I said, I was an actor first. Most of even the comic shit I write, the scripts and stuff, characters based on me that I kind of want to play.
Yeah.
So, and all of it's not comedy. Like, I got a film like I want to do about my dating life in Atlanta, and that's a tragedy. So,
yeah. It's horrific.
Yeah, I call it Fat Black in Atlanta.
Damn.
Wow.
I feel that because your Instagram be angry. Someday I'm like, ooh wee.
And then the most of the time, I'm not even angry. I'm making an observation.
He be blaming us.
I'm making the observation that one of my homeboys just made, probably in the podcast, but nobody's seen it yet because I haven't edited it. And I'm quoting other people most of the time. Like, I'm just telling you how other people feel. Like, and I'm like, I'm happy. I'm great. Like, even like this right here, even doing this with y'all is a dream come true right here for me right now. Because I know, like, this is great. This is fun. Like, I love my life, every second of it. And
yeah, I do.
But my post is just like, because not only that, I guess the Gemini in me likes balance and scales, and I follow a lot of people, and I see a very negative atmosphere, I guess, against men, and I try to balance, like, hey, y'all fuck up too. I acknowledge that niggas be doing wrong. Like, I'm not saying I'm a nigga wrong, because ever since I was like small, even the Christian in me back then was like, but Jesus is teaching us right here. He's saying stuff to do. Be good. It's not hard, nigga. Be good.
Yeah, I was.
And I've been cool with it. Still been friends with people after that. But like, I know that niggas hurt people. I got homeboys. I got some raw ass niggas in my life. Niggas, I'm looking at them like, bro. Flags. And a lot of people will ignore flags based on physical appearance.
Yeah, it's not worth a beautiful sociopath, you know. In the hood, we have them a lot because I think the ghetto breeds a sociopathic mentality. I don't know, a lot of people may hate me for saying that, but me personally, I'm just saying the hood breeds sociopaths. It's like it's the crab.
Yeah. That goes back to crab in the bucket, doggy dog. I gotta win. and I got to make sure only the people close to me win. It's like it's a small circle that needs to win, and I don't care who has to pay for it. But then when I get big, I want to repent and try to help all niggas so I look better in the social spotlight. But when I try to turn around and be like, yeah, some of these niggas ain't got no soul, but some of y'all ain't got no soul either, queen. Like,
there are some. There are some women with no souls. There's some heartless little bitches.
A lot of succubuses running around here. Don't
and I think they're heartless.
I try to point out how, like, most people, like, I was quick to say that a lot of music doesn't influence nothing. Rap don't change. No, music.
Oh, yes, it does.
Influences entire generations. Like,
yes, it does. Yeah, that stuff is all programming. All of it's programming. Yeah. Music, television, movies, all of it. It's all programming.
They did not look like how they look now. The women that I grew up listening to, TLC, fucking the Brat, you know, Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, they didn't look like that. You know, back in the day, you know, we didn't have social media, so they didn't create constantly, you know, the archetype of woman that's supposed to be out there. But Instagram literally has taken over the social prototype of what a woman is supposed to be, and Instagram is synonymous with hip hop culture. You know, so if it doesn't crack on Instagram, it's not going to crack in hip hop culture. It's not going to play on the radio. You're not going to get any spins. Period. You know. And I think it also has to do with the strip club culture. And I come from strip club culture. I'm from the South, you know what I'm saying? So I know the how important it is for a hip hop song to break in the strip club. I know it's important for the girl to make her money, so for her to be able to dance, and for the club. So most songs are broken in the strip club.
But because you gotta think about rappers, big rappers in the strip club, they looking for artists to sign. It'd be because I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm from the South. I'm a nigga who's dated strippers but never stepped foot in a strip club. Not but I get what it's about. But like, and that's one of my points. Even before social media, because strip club music became big, strip clubs became a part of the culture. It became a to be.
Well, if you think about it, they were already part of the culture. Think about it, because I'm old school, right? So I'm Generation X. That's my gen. And when we were coming up, the girls that were in the lifestyle that they considered bodism, strippers, whatever they consider it now, you know, I don't know what it is now. It's kind of hard to gauge it. But when I was coming up, they called girls hoochie. You know what I'm saying? They call them freaks and they call them hoochies. And really, honestly, I mean, I'm an admitted former hoochie. You know what I'm saying? I call myself an OG thought. I call myself an OG thought on stage all the time. And because I'm a former thought who used to be out there in them streets. And the girls that I grew up with, the women that I hung out with back then, but seriously, this is serious now. Half of them were strippers. Some of them were in college. And this was the day and age of the Players Club. So Players Club had come out. This is the 90s. The 90s is when that stuff started to really blossom, is what I'm saying. So that whole concept, because if you look at how they looked at strippers back in the 90s, they were looked down upon. Now, they're not. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, bitch, where's my money? I just want my reparations, okay? And I get...
Because look,
we were the founding fathers for this shit. Give me my money.
Making like 3 stacks a night.
Exactly. All we could get was maybe a breakfast in the morning at Waffle House. You know what I'm saying?
Even male strippers at Swinger Richards are making $1,500.
It's like everybody wants to be a thought. Everybody wants to be in that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants that accolade, that attention. But back then, everybody didn't want to be that girl. You know what I'm saying?
The 2000s hit. The 2000s hit.
When the 2000s hit, it just changed. It changed.
You had the pimp music, not just that. Like, you had the flash, the rims, the oh God, I'm gonna be censored. The amalgamation of white culture into of them wanting what white people had, from the big houses to the pools to jewelry to having white friends, white rappers, white producers. And that took hip hop to the global forefront, where it started even influencing sexuality. Like when Young Drakes made My Girl Got a Girlfriend, and when Boosie made They Dyke It, the reason they made those songs because it was rare to find a girl who was dating girls. And it was like, oh, I found something that nobody else got. Now it's accumulated to the point that people make so many songs about it. It's been normalized to where, like, I met this girl the other day.
They normalize everything.
Yeah.
And I met this girl the other day, and we were like flirting, getting to know each other. And she's like, yeah, I like girls too. Like, they're supposed to turn me on. And I was like, yeah, so does everybody. Can you grow your own food?
That part.
Like, I need you. Yeah, you gotta do something different. I'm different. I'm rare. I was in 4-H, baby. I'm from the country. I've been ready for this. Right. I remember when there was landlines. When niggas had to turn the phone.
The rotary phones. That's what they were called. They were called rotary phones.
Oh, right.
Until you had your parent jump on the phone and tell you to get the hell off the phone because it's 9 o'clock. You don't know nothing about it. Like that, real.
Right.
You ain't never really been paired.
Debating with my homegirls on a damn rotary phone. My parents picked up the line, tried to dial it, and they heard us group masturbating because we all hit puberty together. Yeah.
Them was my kind of homegirls growing up. I was the only nigga on the line.
Oh, man.
Always. Yeah, my homeboys are always baffled. Like, how the hell do you and your twin have so many women around you at all times? Nigga, we listen. We give advice that actually heighten their life. And we tell them when they wrong. God damn, bro. Like, be honest. People like honesty.
And honestly, women like that. I mean, we really, if you can do it in a way that is not disrespectful, but where you're actually showing that you are compassionate and you're listening and you're concerned about my well-being, and you're telling me something, I'll take it. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah. Don't power up on it. I've had some. Don't do that. That hurts.
It's the thing is, I hate when you're wrong. Because now I got to take time to tell you. I'm like, bro, just don't do this. I'm too chill. I like my peace. I like that peace. But also, it helps that I'm pretty.
Yeah. All right now. Oh, Cole, you good? Okay. I thought we lost it for a second there.
Somebody was texting me grocery store list.
You gotta go to the store. You gotta go to the store, girl.
No, they in the store now. They was asking me what flavor of Chobani. You know, they got like 50 million of them flavors. You can't just pick any of them. There's only a few that I like.
True.
Okay. True. You know. So I'm trying to tell them to get the peach cobbler. You know, that's one. The apple crisp because it has real walnuts in there. Okay.
You still
gotta have your nuts.
Open out. It's just you talking.
Oh.
Okay.
There she is. Yeah, there you are. There you are. All right. Now who's here we go. Who's here we go? I'm just wondering.
Here we go. So I'm going to tell y'all the story of Nigga Rig Digi. Digi nigga rig stuff up. So my computer's right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bought it from a pawn shop. Webcam do what it want to do. So it don't. So in order to record this on my computer, I still have my computer logged in with no camera on.
I see.
Okay.
The video is actually my phone, which is on top of my computer.
I was gonna do my computer at first, and I didn't feel like going through all that. I'm gonna use my phone.
Yeah. So on the computer screen, I but it's recorded. And that's the name of the show.
Okay.
Also,
ooh, here we go.
Because my friends are kind of, I live a wild life. My friends are wild too. Like I had those friends in college that didn't get degrees. So you can imagine the times we had. And so when a nigga come over telling a story that I probably know is either gonna be a lie or extreme, or like I'm that nigga, like you don't want to see me on the court, bro. Look what I did to you niggas on the court today. In the background, I'm like, oh, here we go. Because I know, I already know what to expect. So
Right.
Oh, I ask you a question, and you be like, all right, so this what happened. And in the background, I'm like, oh,
Right.
go. Because, I don't know. You're going to love the graphic, though. It's like a shoestring. Like Wale's old album cover.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I did Ferg last week. I don't know if y'all know D Ferg.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Ferguson. Yeah.
We
Yep. I know a lot of the comedians in the a lot of Atlanta-based comedians. I know Clayton English. I know Carlos Miller. These are the people who are blown up too. But I mean, I know a lot of the local ones because I used to hang out at the Punchline before I even started doing comedy. So yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You talking about D. Ferguson? I'm sorry.
I remember
in the middle of your conversation.
Oh no, that's fine. No, you good. You good. These are pieces. Things needed. I remember hanging out with Clayton at Atlanta. Though I miss Atlanta, but no, Ferg was my first episode. It was supposed to be him crying and Driver, but Driver didn't make it in. And Takara Comedy was supposed to be on this one too, but I guess she didn't make it in. But Crying was actually in the waiting room watching us the whole time. I didn't know I had to click to let him in. I was trying to turn that off.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh God! But it was supposed to be like first episode them, and then the second episode ladies, and then from here on out, everything's gonna be mixed up. Like everybody, like yeah, and Code. Got any questions for Yvonne?
No, I would just let me know when the next one is. You know, I can fall back through. I don't do these things too often because I'm awkward, but.
So when you think you're gonna start hosting the R Bar?
As soon as business gets back rolling, you know, because before the quarantine happened, I was getting ready to have the days on a Tuesday because we don't have any mics on Tuesday, really, you know.
Not no good one.
The Relapse closed.
Yeah, there's not no good one.
I think there's one on Noni's is on Tuesdays on Edgewood.
I don't like Noni's though.
But nobody does. So
I don't like Noni's. I don't like that room. I don't like doing that room. It's late, and then you have to stand in line and wait to sign up, and then it's like nobody's there. It's terrible. I don't like doing Noni's. I've done it several times, and I don't like that. I did it once and
never wanted to go back. And everybody that I've heard go there, they didn't have a good experience. So I just was looking to do something for the culture, for us. You know, since my family had the space and gave me the business opens up and everything starts back rolling, I will be implementing that, and I'll be posting it. And I would love to have you come out, you know, and give us some of your old hoe antics.
Because I'll talk about that stuff all the time.
You know, because the old tricks is the good tricks. God damn it, ain't nothing new on the
man, we used to do some stuff. But the thing is, the loyalty is not there between the hoes nowadays. You know, there's no loyalty. There's no loyalty.
You know, and I was just
they don't have it. No, they ain't got each other's back. We used to have each other's back. We'd be like, look, we go to the club and you know you leave together. You go together, you leave together, right? Unless you meet a sugar daddy, unless you meet a sugar daddy who's gonna take you to breakfast. We leave together, you know. And even if you leaving with somebody, We're gonna go check him out. We're gonna look at his car. We're gonna get his license plate number. We're gonna look at his shoes to make sure. We want to make sure that he. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna check him out. We're not gonna let you go.
Detective Lopez and fucking whatever her name is, they gonna have all the information on First 48 if your ass comes up fucking missing, fucking around with me, you know.
That's right. And so we always were looking out for each other. Hosts was looking out for each other.
Yeah. They don't even share locations these days.
All this
right on your.
I don't share my
location.
location.
Do is share cocaine in the bathroom. That's all they know how to do. Yeah.
And I'll be right there with them. I'm great. It's a party.
Damn, boy, it's hard using the bathroom on a scene. You gotta know which bathroom to go to. You gotta know which bathroom to go to. You know, grand opening night at our bar, I literally was telling people which bathroom to go to because there was like 2 lines and one of them was longer than the other one. I was like, that real long line, that's the cocaine line. If y'all came together, you 4 ladies, y'all need to go in there together because y'all trying to do this one thing. It's not that type of party. Okay? If y'all know each other, you go piss together. Okay?
My thing is, I walk into the men's room and go pee, and then see one of my homegirls, and I'm like, hey, I'm a nudist and a whole freak, but you got to move. You can't see that. It's not you.
You never know.
The co-ed bathroom or something?
You never know who's going to be in the bathroom.
I mean, not at all. It's a
hand to God, I have pulled my pants down and pissed in front of, I don't know, at least twice in front of, I don't give a shit. Okay, I got the bladder of an 80-year-old diabetic. Like, I gotta go, you know? So,
that's funny.
I didn't care. They didn't have time to get out. It was like 2 girls, 1 dude. I didn't give a shit. Okay?
I done had a lot of drunk nights on the scene, so I'm going to pee. Excuse me.
Okay, you better not be on this toilet. You better stretch your legs. Okay.
Right. I'm the type. I'm not putting blunt out. Nothing. I'm pissing and smoking.
I have held a few people's cups. You know how many times I've held somebody's cup while they was pissing?
Y'all taking me back.
Yes.
Y'all taking me back, man. On my club days, you know, pissing in holes in the ground and shit because they didn't have no real toilet. I mean, I went to this one hole in the wall, and I remember they didn't even have no real toilet. They had holes in the floor. Oh, that's where the toilet used to be. That's the worst. That's the worst.
Like the spot that had the soggy
floor. It's men's rooms. It's men's rooms still like that.
Man.
And I'm still smoking and hold my cup. I only need 1 hand to pee. That's it. It's all. Oh.
Man, I'm telling you, but that's what makes it the scene, man. You gotta love it.
Yeah. But you know, the old whole comedy will go over, like, because I'm an 80s baby, right? And I know a lot of niggas around me that love, I need an old one in my life. And they either have had an old one, have an old one, or need an old one in their life. We appreciate the old whole comedy. It still gives us a tingle right in the shorts. And we be on the stage like she funny and she look like she can still go somewhere.
Yeah, that's exactly what that's what I'm looking for, actually. Because I was telling somebody, they were like, why you get so cute when you go on stage? I said, because I want to look fuckable. I still want to look fuckable. Okay, I'm not gonna fuck nobody, but I want to look fuckable.
Yeah, you want to look fuckable and like you make a bomb mac and cheese. That's the.
Come on now.
Because you telling fuckable comedy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like you have to give out the appearance like, oh yeah, she looked like niggas was beating on her door. Like, so you just gonna break up with me? So you just gonna break up with me 2 weeks ago? It's been 2 weeks. You're supposed to been over this shit. And move on. You got a whole nother nigga? You got a whole nother nigga? All right, that nigga gonna be tired. Tired of whooping his ass.
See, I don't have any fuckable comedy. Like, I don't have a lot of fuckable comedy. My jokes is more like, because unfortunately I'm more of a dude than a woman. So a lot of my comedy is just observational shit that I've been through, you know? So I just tell skits about how my sister calls me at 2:00 in the morning talking about she needs rent money, but I know it's for a sack of crack. You know, real life shit that you can't really make up, but
Yeah.
needs to be.
And nobody can steal your material either because it's yours.
You know, like I have some fuckable comedies, but it's really about me just trying to successfully turn one of my old tricks into a sugar daddy, because I have a plan. You know, you can't do this stuff forever. You know?
Right. No, you're right. I talk about that too. I'm like, you know, if I knew now what I knew then, if I knew then what I know now, I probably would be jiggling old men balls back then. You know,
I'm tired.
I'm just saying, it's true, because
I was a picky hoe, and that was my mistake. You know, I only swallowed niggas that I liked. I should have swallowed the nigga that was fucking rich. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I was trying to be in love. I want to suck the nigga down my throat because I love him. Fuck that shit. I should have swallowed that nigga that had the 401k. Then I wouldn't be in this corona fucking lockdown shit now.
Right.
Right.
Look, the thing about being a woman and being like looking for a provider is you don't gotta love the nigga that's providing for you. Like, this is toxic, so nobody listen.
It's not you don't have to love him, but you have to tolerate him. And this is a long.
I'm just saying, swallow the nigga that loves you, not the nigga you love. Swallow the nigga that loves you.
I didn't know that then. That's
I just want to say I agree. I didn't know that back then. If I had known that shit, man, I don't even know if I'd even doing comedy right now. I don't even know.
The thing is, like, love grows on you. You could not love him now. 10 years from now, that's your nigga. That's your ace. Y'all have been through a lot. That's your best friend.
Yeah. You just when I was younger, I thought love was something that was like, I romanticized love, and not romantic emotions, romanticized the social political term. Okay? Like, I had a highly romanticized view of love and sex when I was younger. And that's because I was molested. So I thought that if I loved somebody hard enough, that it would be good. And fucking that was wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
It's much more scientific and just logical than that. You know what I'm saying?
Preaching to the choir that way.
I mean, I get it. I'm gonna tell you. I grew up, like I said, you know, I'm older than you guys, so I grew up during a time when your whole perspective of dating was all fucked up. You know, because you were influenced by so many things. You're coming of age in the era of the 80s. So it's in the 80s. The 80s is excess. Yeah. And you got shows like The Love Boat fucking you up, giving you incorrect expectations of what a romantic love should be about. Yeah. Disney. I also read a lot of Harlequin romance novels. I'm not going to lie. I read that shit growing up, and that messed me up. Jackie Collins. And Jackie Collins books too, because they were nasty, and I like that. I was a young freak. I didn't even know it. I was still a virgin, was still a freak in my head. I was a freak in my head, didn't know it.
Hey, that's my life story.
That'd be the best shit, though.
I was reading my Mama Zane book, like, when I get my wife, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of her. She gonna be pleased every. She ain't gonna have.
I didn't understand why people read erotica until I read it. You know, but
I used to read it all the time.
That are highly erotic, like that you would never think. Like, my first erotic experience as a child was watching Blade. That part where where he bit her because he was all fucked up, and she had to let him suck her, and he was sucking on her, and she was having an orgasm. And I was watching it, and I started feeling stuff, and I was like, "Whoa, this is fucking intense!" Whoa.
You know what's funny for me? It was Interview with the Vampire, Kirsten Dunst, because I was young. She was young.
Yeah. And she was not even like 15. She was like 13, 12, something like that. She was young.
Yeah.
Like, because, you know, in the country, we start young.
No, I know.
I'm going to tell you a secret. In the hood, because a lot of young too have participated in this, but a lot of young boys' first sexual experiences with an older woman.
Or your cousins.
That's what I've heard.
Third or fourth cousins.
That too.
Just in the South, you know.
I hear all those lines, but but yeah, that molestation it turned you into a whole, like, my sexuality at this point, so far from vanilla. It makes no sense. But it's like at the same time, I'm grounded in the fact that it's still about the other person enjoying their self too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely about mutual enjoyment when sexuality comes into play. So like, especially if you love somebody, sometimes you got to tone back down to vanilla if they vanilla. Your sexuality can't control your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't possess it. Like for me, even if I have sex with the person that I'm with in a relationship and I love you, I still need to please myself immediately after, or sometime after 5 minutes after I smoke my blunt, hit something, then I'm gonna please myself. I don't know what it is. I might need to talk to somebody, find out what that stems from, but it has nothing to do with the person. It takes nothing away from what you just did to me. You could have just knocked it out of the park. But something in me needs to satisfy me in completion at the end of the day. You know, and that's just the spectrum of my sexuality.
And I try not to be disrespectful because I'm the same way. Like she'll be going to sleep, passing out. She'll see me over there with myself, having me time, and they might ease over like, oh, I can still go, and I'm like, oh no, it's not you.
No, don't touch me.
Yeah, it's not you. It's not. I'm gonna look at you though. I'm about to look at you.
I totally did that. I would totally watch you because that's hot. Take care of you. And I don't want to be involved.
I'm about to think about everything I just did to you and every reaction you had, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, nigga,
that's
did
real
that.
talk.
That's real
talk. I get that. I get that. I totally get that. I totally get that.
But you would have to have that conversation before, because somebody would take it. And I would say women, we would probably take more offense than a man. A man would be more prone to want to join in and take offense if he couldn't. But we would take offense at the fact that why do you need to do that when I just did all this? Well, the fuck do you need to do all that when I just did all this? And that's,
bro, you should see.
To do with that.
Look, niggas take rejection bad. Don't get me wrong.
Oh,
and it's only because we face it so much. Like sometimes it's annoying. Like, who gonna say yes? God damn. But because I want a wife. God, can a nigga have a wife? Like, but
let's put a hard balance as a black man and black woman. Like, we don't always want to be the one to say yes, but we can't always be the one to say yes.
Exactly.
It's like, God damn, that's a fucked up conundrum to be in as a black woman and black man.
But that's what I'm gonna say. As a nigga who like I said, I did a lot of strippers like big niggas. Strippers like big boys. And sometimes I'm with it, sometimes I'm not. But they feel a license, like women they have this entitlement sometimes, especially if you're beautiful, to just like, I like big dudes, and then hand on my chest, hand on my chin, like they groping and everything. And I'm like, no, I'm good. And the next thing I hear, nigga, you gay? You don't like pussy? And I'm like, it has nothing to do with it. I don't know you.
And that's a warped way of thinking that she has. Like, damn, why do we have to equate ourselves? Sexuality has to be it's either one or the other with people. And it's not. Exactly. Damn. Well, I gotta be gay.
But you also take into consideration also that the women nowadays, especially the ones that are getting a lot of attention, for whatever reason, whether they've altered their bodies or not, they're getting a lot of attention. So when somebody rejects them, that's kind of like not the norm for them.
Yeah.
So if you're not like they're like, well, what's wrong with you? Versus with a guy, they're kind of used to it because they're usually the ones who are making the move. But also in this day and age, women are making the move more frequently and so now they're dealing. So this whole new rejection thing is kind of new to them, actually, because it's not part of their DNA. Honestly, it's not something that they were doing before. So they don't deal with it well.
And it's not that I didn't even want to get to know you. I just want to see what you own. Where you at? Like, I'm not 18 anymore. Like when I was 18, if that was a fierce wind, my dick got hard. But now, it takes more than that.
Yeah.
I think about the moves I make now, especially with 1 out of 4, if you know what I mean. This is herpes central.
We got worse things rolling around in the Rona.
Yeah. Yeah, niggas is still fucking like raw.
And that I don't get.
This city
I don't
is.
get that at all. This city's.
Yeah. So now
I feel like I'm in. I feel like I'm in Sodom and Gomorrah sometimes. I swear. Ooh,
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
I mean, I feel that way.
I'm seriously considering leaving this year. Honestly,
No,
that's where I'm at.
I feel that way until I go to like Las Vegas or LA. Like, you know what? Atlanta ain't that bad. Oh God, it's Jesus in Atlanta. There is Jesus there.
Yeah.
I believe New Birth keeping this city afloat.
Yeah.
Because you go to Vegas, like they trying to open casinos, nigga. They trying to open casinos.
If they open a casino, I'm out. I'm gone. I'm not gonna live here. If they open casinos and if they legalize gambling, they're talking about doing that here too. And if they legalize gambling in this city, I'm out. I'm not staying. I'm not staying for that.
No, I'm talking about with the epidemic right now. They're trying to open Las Vegas casinos within the next week.
Oh yeah, I saw that, Mayor. She crazy.
It's gonna be World Z.
I don't know what kind of drugs she takes, but she's delusional. She's real crazy. I saw her on the news talking about. Well, I don't see what the big problem is. And, I was like, this bitch crazy.
Morty's killing Morty's. That's all I see. God damn it.
What I'm saying is, you don't see a problem with 1 million deaths.
She didn't have a problem with it.
Million.
None of them have a problem with it because it's not going to be them that's dying because they're not going to be out there. They're just trying to encourage you to get out there because they're trying to economically grow or keep their economic status.
Because they're going to stay at home. They're going to stay at home.
They're going to stay at home and let you go and let you test dummies go out there and get killed.
They get paid remotely.
I mean, I work remotely.
Because I bet you they not finna inject no Lysol or drink no bleach.
I mean, people got mad at me because I said on my Facebook that I thought Trump was hilarious. Like, and I stand by it. I didn't say I voted for the motherfucker. I said
he is hilarious. He is hilarious though. He's a joke.
The shit that comes out his mouth, you couldn't have wrote that shit for 30 Rock, okay? Dude said, is there a way we can inject it like directly into the skin?
Lysol. Like people drinking bleach and
it wasn't even like SNL. Like sometimes I feel like I'm watching SNL when I see a White House announcement.
Because
they're every day. They're every day. Every stinking day.
This was
all. Man, you gotta have a sense of humor if you can't really be. This shit is it's scary and hilarious. I
believe this is a stand-up routine that Donald has prepared.
I mean, he got perfect timing. Dude got punchlines. I'm like, you are giving a presidential address, and this nigga be like just straight one-liners. The bitch asked him, Mr. President, why do you keep calling that the Chinese virus? Oh, yeah. Don't you think that's a little politically incorrect? He said, it's from China. I just want to be correct.
I don't understand the
it's from China.
Didn't it originate in China? That was basically his attitude.
I died.
And he will roast.
It's funny. Dude said,
he don't give a fuck about roasting other politicians.
I can't.
He will openly roast other politicians.
The dude is like, this is the worst shit that ever happened in the history of the world next to slavery. Like, when there has been documented fucking debacles, slavery was the first documented debacle that mankind did, white people in particular. But the next debacle we got after Chernobyl is Trump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Trump's whole president.
This shit is written in history. We did collectively.
Like, you understand?
All of us.
We went from no Obamacare to North Korea about to attack to we about to be in World War III to coronavirus, all in 4 years.
It's been so much insanity. He's not even done a full 4 years of his term yet. That's the crazy part.
And we living out Mike Comey and the impeachment and all that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
the cabinet.
Guess when I thought it couldn't get any funnier, the impeachment happened, and that was like, oh, that was one of the best written skits I've ever seen in my life.
That was horrible.
When you got the president tweeting, "Ha ha, thought you could impeach me," fake news, bruh.
I don't know why they haven't taken his phone away yet. I don't understand. I just don't understand why they haven't taken his fucking phone away and said, "Get the fuck off Twitter, you insane asshole."
We start doing that. When did we ever start doing that? Okay, I never saw presidents on Twitter like that. At the most, it would be a presidential blanket fucking statement with a hashtag.
Obama didn't tweet like that. Obama didn't tweet like that. You know what I mean? He didn't.
You got a personal account, and he'd be like, "Oh, motherfucker, talking shit." I mean,
because I've been on Twitter, nigga. I've been Donald J. Trump, nigga.
Right? He's like, he's gonna change my account. I'm not POTUS. He said, "I don't even know who POTUS is." That shit is comedy. You can't write better comedy than that.
Bruh, look.
How you don't know who POTUS? Bruh.
Look.
Nigga don't know who POTUS.
He don't even know who he is. He don't even know who the fuck he is.
We talking about a guy who.
If you don't know who POTUS is.
He said, I don't even know who POTUS is. Why would I tweet from him? Never mind.
We let that go, cuz. You know what, bro? You got this one. You right.
Don't even worry about it.
We wrong. You right. You got this.
It might not even be a big deal. You know,
right.
You said it.
You know what? We ain't even mean nothing about it. Let it go.
Fuck POTUS.
Whoever think POTUS is, tell that nigga we'll ride on that.
POTUS is a dub. Shit.
Because look, all I'm saying is Kanye 2020.
They already got him. They already got him. They already chipped him or whatever they gonna do to him.
He's a billionaire now. He can't help us.
But look. My thing is, as soon as he dropped the gospel album, everybody gonna be back on Team Ye. I never left. Okay.
Wait a minute. You never left? I'm sorry. You never left.
I respect individuality and freedom of speech.
You know they probably like mind control that man right now. You know that, right? Look,
you can't mind control.
The last time that he had any control over his mind was when he had that whole little outburst, and they were talking about him on TMZ. And then, the next thing you know, he was going into the hospital for rest, and then he came out a zombie and started supporting Trump. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying.
My thing is, as Gemini, our minds are too strong to be hypnotized or controlled.
Gemini's always use that as an excuse. You ever notice that before Gemini speak, they be like, as a Gemini. And then they start talking whatever bullshit
because it's real. We don't lie.
But if you are married to a witch, which the Kardashians are, they're a whole coven of witches. If you are married to a witch and you've got all of these forces around you and you ain't leaving it, your ass is mind control. He's mind control. You can't tell me otherwise. I don't believe otherwise.
Deep in my heart, especially the younger me, I hope to marry a witch. I like witches. I love witches. I dated a few. I pretty much.
You want to go to hell?
Most of
not all witches are.
I'm joking.
Look. I did date a few, and she was older. And it didn't work out because she started talking to me like I was her son. And that's one of my thing about single mothers. Sometimes they slip and forget. And she had the nerve to tell me from long distance that I should be in the house by 9.
Oh,
for what?
Just to have her to answer her phone call. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Happy hour ends at 7. At 9, I'm pacing myself because I'm paying regular price, or I'm at a bar that I drink for free. And if I drink for free, I'm not getting home till 3. I'm young.
Sounds right.
I'm in college, and I'm gonna party, and I'm out here living the great life. My rap career is taking off. I think I sell like an ounce an hour. I'll admit that because I'll do it anyway.
You can drop off dick in somebody's daughter.
Anytime. So I'm respectfully, monogamously dating you from a long distance. You gotta respect the fact that I have a social life. Yeah, I was promptly put on block after that.
Yeah.
Damn. That's
She was like, I'm not going for that shit. That's some bullshit.
That's some bullshit. She have not heard from this woman since in life.
I'm not surprised by that, actually.
Yeah, definitely. Good. Just the moral of the story is sometimes, just don't stand up for yourself, nigga.
Stand out.
Because I really kind of want to keep that.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure that first time I laid it down, because I did like flip her upside down and hold her in the air. Pretty sure she was
doing some shit.
Like on my back. She was on my back like this.
Mm.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, if this bitch is writing spells, I'm a snap. If she writing spells, I'm a snap. Are you writing spells?
That's a joke, dude. You need to write that one down. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a bit right there. That whole thing right there, that's a bit.
Oh yeah, most of my comedy I do write from a perspective, even in scripts.
Mm-hmm.
The women I date, even my best friends, I have a lot of female best friends, and they've been good friends. But anyway, you're pretty much the butt of my joke. I play practical jokes all the time. I roast my girls. Like I'm the guy that sits the bucket of water over the door when you come in the room. That me. And I'm gonna laugh. Oh, I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna bring it up probably 10 times in the future. And like that's where a lot of my comedy comes from, the shit that I've said wow to my girl, and she's just been like, because it's you, I'm gonna let it slide. Like one time I was like, so your period ain't went off yet? She's like, I think I'm spotting. Well, get a water hose, wash that motherfucker out, let's go.
Little dip in the tub, work it out every time.
Oh, I don't care. Somebody scared of a little spot. That's all. But
hey,
yeah, but
that's what you need.
Yeah, and
that's the proper equipment.
They be like, please don't tell that joke. Please don't tell that joke. Please don't tell that joke. I got to. But I guess as for our last question, start with Code. When were you most afraid to do comedy? Like, what set were you just like, fuck?
I would have to say one of my second to last sets at the Laughing Skull because of the crowd. I was trying out 2 new jokes that involved how brutal dykes are, you know, how they treat females worse than niggas do. And most of the dykes that try to holler at me are all just like lumberjackers. And I was just like really just going in on dykes for a minute.
I got a set like that.
And it was like, the first time I did it, it was cool. Everybody loved it. But when I walked in that time, it was like they immediately had came from Bulldogs across the street to the Laughing Skull. And it was nothing but white lumberjack dykes in that motherfucker. Yeah. And I was like, oh, God. Damn. Mm-hmm. Should I? I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I'm going to do it anyway. So I did my shit. I did my bit. And it was like... It felt like that scene in Family Guy when that one ostrich in the back was like, ha ha! Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
That's how it was. It was like this one big dyke in the back was like, ha! That's funny. Everybody else was quiet. And I was like, it's cool. Different room, different day. Same joke. Mm-hmm. You know? And I just kept it rolling, but it was brutal. And it was kind of agonizing, yet it was fun because, you know.
Hey, sometimes it happens.
You know, you're going to hate me or love me, but I'm not here to hurt anybody's feelings. But at the end of the day, it is a joke.
Yes.
So.
Not a dick. Don't take it so hard.
You lumberjack backs need to calm down. That's what I'm saying.
Everybody can be made fun of. That's something I love. A lot of people like push Kevin Hart aside for how big he's gotten and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you get Kevin Hart on the cuff,
Yeah.
freestyle and roasting, this
Yeah.
man.
Oh, he's hilarious.
Oh my God.
He's had to be, because he's a little tiny man, and so he's had to learn how to come back quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You had to. I didn't used to roast people. That's so funny to me, because I didn't used to roast people. I used to roast them in my head. Roast them in my head. I used to say things in my head that I never said to them to their face, because I was always afraid. And so that was the biggest thing. You were asking the question. That's been my biggest factor of overcoming on stage. And it's taken me it took me 5 years just to get to the point to where I felt like I could be comfortable on stage and speaking my truth.
Have you had to clap back at a heckler before?
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. And what it was is I was talking about his pants. Just the style of pants that he has on. You know those tight in the leg pants that are saggy in the butt that everybody's wearing now?
Yeah.
Everybody them little midget legs. And you know, and it's not flattering on anybody for real, and unless you want to show off your butt because they're really gay. Those pants. So I was talking about those pants. I call them thuggy hipsters. That's what I call them.
That's me.
You got some on right now?
Yeah. So
don't show them. Don't show them.
I just got this hat and this shirt on. No, I just got this hat and this shirt on.
Okay. Okay, well then don't stand up then. Don't stand up.
I suspected that from the very beginning. I knew he was balls out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's hilarious.
It's quarantine.
But yeah, that was he heckled me, and he came up and he was like, wait a minute, I got these pants on. Why are you talking about these pants? I was like, well, sir, I'm not talking about you individually. I'm like, but you do look ridiculous. I mean, and then everybody just started falling out. And I just kept going on, and I was having a conversation with him, and he was like, well, you know, he was saying something, and I was like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way, but this is my opinion, and you're not up for her on stage, so sit the fuck down. Why don't you do that? Right? Sit down. And he came back afterwards and bought me a drink. He was like, that was funny. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you gotta understand. Look, you make somebody laugh, you pretty much got them aroused. So even though you roasted them, the fact that you was a girl, you hot, you taking these sex jokes, and you roasted me, I want it. Yeah. You on stage being all hard, but wait till you shake it. Yeah. You're talking all that shit now. You ain't talking all that shit. Where that shit
that is hilarious. But the biggest time, the one time I can remember being really, really afraid doing a stand-up, and the reason being was because it was for an event for Alzheimer's. And it was in Cummings, Georgia, and it was a lot of people that I knew who've been doing comedy a little bit longer than me here in Atlanta. So a lot of them were on the venue, and I was nervous. I got freaked out, and I was following people that I knew were really, really, really funny, and I was going to have the nerve to go out there and tell a new joke. And it was actually not a joke, but it was a story about my grandmother who died of Alzheimer's, and just a story of how she, you know, she was near the end, she was really interesting to work with, but she was extremely funny because I was doing the caretaking for her, and one time she stripped for me unintentionally. And I was like, look, Granny, I ain't got no ones. I'm going to need you to put your clothes back on type of thing, you know. And I didn't know how to tell the story, so I told too much of it. And it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny the way that I told it. But then when I cut it, and I was talking to one of the comedians, and he was like, well, tell me the story and cut it. And I told him, and he was like, that's some funny ass shit. You're going to have to work that joke in there again. But I was so fucking petrified, and I'm looking at all these white faces. I was like, I can't tell this joke. And I couldn't tell it right. So yeah, that was one of the biggest times. It's still burned in my memory. Like, I'm still petrified. I think I had sweat dripping down out of my crouch and out of my pits. It was bad. That was probably the most nervous I've ever been.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When you said I did a comedy event for Alzheimer's, my sick mind immediately went to, oh, you can just tell the same joke over and over again. I gotta remember. And we back. Anyway, but I was saying, like, as a comedian, I think it's also like important to be able to access those dark places.
Yeah.
You know, like immediately, a good comedian can hear a situation and make a joke out of it immediately, or experience something, and in their head, even if you don't say it out loud, the fact that you think and it shows, like, damn, yeah, this shit's working. This is for me. And God, like I work in the service industry too as well. Like I'll serve a table quick. I'm gonna make me a quick $1,000 a week serving these white people. But my coworkers love me because, like, when somebody's down and out, I'm gonna go over there and, like, let you know why life ain't that bad.
Yeah.
Like especially if you're white, I'm gonna be like, hey, it could be worse. It could be black. I hear what you're complaining about, but my ancestors went through worse. So listen, like, I'm that guy.
Yeah, man.
Also,
Lily White bubble in a minute.
I will tell the worst, darkest jokes to them, and they'll be like, "Bro, you're horrible." That's funny, but you're horrible. Like, I was testing out my dad jokes, and I was like, "What does a server do before she orgasms?" Pre-bus. Hey, come on, bro. Like, our manager was like, "Get the fuck out of my face." We had a little white girl who was like, but she a wigger. So she was a server like a few months before, now she manager. But she walk in there like caffeined up. Hey boo, what's up, y'all? Like, but if you look at her, it looks like the most white bread person on the planet. Long blonde hair, glasses, skin, dressed white, boyfriend, nigga.
Yep.
But I definitely thank you ladies for joining me.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely, my podcast fiascos. This episode will probably be up in the next 2 weeks.
Okay. Right.
And,
will it be on YouTube or where will it be?
Oh, YouTube. On my my channel is
on your YouTube channel.
Street Nigga Chronicles. That's in my bio. Because I have a few other podcasts with me and my homeboy. We give hypothetical situations with actors, such as what would you do if you married the girl of your dreams? Because this is a real thing. So you see, it's a Pornhub category, and you found out later that during her bachelorette party, she sucked a stripper's dick. Like, you 30 years into your wedding, into your marriage.
And you find that shit out?
Ooh. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
that's one of the hypothetical situations.
Okay.
And
how would they react? Gotcha. Okay. 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 So, all right. That could be funny. I could see that being funny. Definitely.
Definitely. Because we're definitely extremely high during these podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm got a whole bottle of medicated lemonade right here.
Woo!
Yeah,
I'm gonna fix me something to eat. I'm starving.
When you cooking again? What's up on some plates? Shit.
Oh, dude, I still got that chili I posted from the other day.
Oh man.
But
be cooking all the time, sir.
Oh yeah, low key. I can edit this part out. Me and my twin brought a food truck.
Oh wow.
We pretending that Asians own it because it's an egg roll truck. Because
that's fire.
because my twin
That's funny.
has a lot of enemies because he likes to troll KKK members and black women. And any politician that gets on his nerves, he will outright go right on your Facebook and your comments and like be like, "This is why you're a fucking cracker," or be like, "This is why you're a coon." You
oh my God! So he's a troller, huh?
Yes, he will call you a nigger with a ER, like everything on your
That's
page.
funny.
That's funny.
Funny.
That's funny.
So he doesn't want his business to be ruined. So he got people to act as shop owners.
Got it.
Yeah, definitely. But I'm definitely making
front men.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm barbecuing the chicken, and then I'm gonna do brown
You
rice.
making some mac and cheese? That's what I'm waiting on. I want some mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do a medicated lobster mac and cheese.
That sounds delicious.
Makes me moist.
Yeah, I was raised by a chef. I do my thing.
Okay.
You more.
You can't be fat and I know how to cook. That's a goddamn oxymoron. You better fucking be big and slow down, damn it.
I'd be surprised when I meet fat people who can't cook. So you just eat.
So you just eat.
You just eat.
You stupid.
That's all.
That's funny.
Hey, but you're more than welcome to come through and sample or get a plate. Cole. I like to eat too.
Oh my! Woo! Do I need to jump off this call now? I'm just saying, I ain't got a problem with it.
No. You go end the episode there.
Oh man, this motherfucker gonna have me in that motherfucker covered head to toe with macaroni and cheese.
Cheese.
Chomp.
Fucking
killing it.
God damn it, I'm gonna climb in that pot, baby. Don't fucking play me.
Woo!
Fuck the lactose.
Quarantine. We'll have some quarantine chronicles for that ass.
Right.
That's funny.
Okay, let me stop. I'll be good.
Well, I'm not gonna act up. My mama gonna see this. Oh, my mama gonna call me after she see this.
She gonna be calling you on this one.
Oh no, my sister is a pastor and my mom is a youth director. This gonna be
Oh
great.
Lord! Oh yeah, they gonna call you. Mm-hmm.
PKs are the worst. Now
I
it makes sense. But Gemini PK.
Oh
Lord.
no, she's youth director. My sister.
You ain't had no choice, did you? You ain't had no choice but to be that way.
Look, my sister the preacher, but I was in church 5 days out of the week.
Mm-hmm.
I was choir, usher board. Oh yeah, I'm a wild guy now. See, my daddy, who I barely knew, was a Army Ranger and a millionaire playboy. Like my daddy got 22 kids. Wow. My daddy in his set.
Wow, 22 kids.
Lord.
How many baby mamas?
Lord. I think his most recent baby mama is like 21 years old.
Oh my God, are you serious? Your dad's a hoe. He's an old hoe.
It sounds like a Tyler Perry movie, man.
Hey, he blessed.
I mean, I know people like this because I have a cousin like that, and she's like one of 17 of his kids. And he's got kids all up and down from Chicago to Kentucky. My
dad international with it. Like I don't even know half my brothers and sisters' names.
I can see you having a Samoan brother. I can see it. I can see you having a Samoan fucking brother.
But the worst part is, like, I was messing around with this white girl, which I try not to do, black only. But she brought this other guy she was messing around with that lived with her boyfriend over to my house, and then she left him there. Like, it was just me and this nigga, and I'm over here like, all right, this nigga can't rob me, he can't do nothing. I'm about to show my dominance right now.
Right.
Like I'm from this city. So I'm like, yeah, man, my daddy, my people from Savannah, my daddy, he's Sarge over on Milton Ave. And he turned around like, damn, my daddy saw Joe Milton ass.
Oh,
and I'm like, what'd you say your name was? And he was like, oh, Vincent. And I'm like, bro, we met 10 years ago, remember? You my
Oh
brother.
my God, that's crazy.
You my little brother.
Damn, man. Ain't nothing worse than growing up in the fucking country by a playboy.
Yeah.
Everybody, your cousin out there. Everybody.
Bro, I couldn't even lie. I didn't lose my virginity to after I would bring a girl home.
And your daddy was fertile too. And he was fertile?
Yeah.
He was a playboy and fertile?
You can fuck around and run into a first cousin or
he was dangerous.
Brother or sister. Yeah.
We good at what we do. But like I brought a girl home one time and my mama put me to the back like, you know, that's your cousin. Just let you know. Cut that short.
Damn, that is crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah. You ladies have a great evening.
Thank you, Dick.
I'm gonna hit this DoorDash probably.
I'm gonna fix something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm starving. I don't think
Yeah. I'm gonna go make some cookies.
Yeah, and come match one after.
I got to say it. On the way.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Later.
Boom.